Man,
Ooh-wee, man.
that was amazing.
That, pun intended.
That was amazing.
That was spectacular right there, man. Wow. Woo.
They did it all without me.
Thank God, because that was made this movie so spectacular. If you was in it, but
Man, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, spoiler.
yeah,
So-
spoiler review. So if you haven't
You ain't
watched
seen
it
it?
yet, click off this video now
And then come back.
and then holler at us.
Yeah,
Comment and everything.
So, where you want to start at?
I mean, we can just start from the beginning. First of all, shout out to Shamik Moore
Shamik Moore
for
did
playing
it.
Miles
Hey,
Morales,
man.
because when it started off, I really felt like it was like on some the get down type shit.
Hey,
because-
Shallon Fantastic did his
yeah,
thing,
man,
though.
Sally, he did. He was a fantastic Spider-Man. That's the first thing I thought about with the music and everything. You know, I noticed they came on with Biggie. They jumped
First off,
it
all
off
right,
with Biggie.
so that's where we're going to start?
Yeah,
Soundtrack. Phew.
greatness.
Because, I mean, it has, it went with Miles. So, if you're not familiar with Miles Morales, he's the Spider-Man on the current timeline with Peter Parker,
Correct.
played by Chris Pine. Good old Captain Kirk. You had Paperboy.
Shout out to
Paperboy,
Paperboy, man.
Hey.
All about that paper. He's getting that paper right now because
Hey.
you getting them Spider-Man checks now. So
Paperboy
you
plays his dad.
did a fantastic job, man.
Oh man, they Mahershala Ali,
AKA Cottonmouth.
Cottonmouth. He was good old Uncle Aaron.
Shout out to Zoe Kravitz playing Mary Jane.
They,
The cast, the soundtrack, everything was on point.
so I mean, it starts off Spider-Man fighting against Goblin, Kingpin,
Scorpion. Hey yo,
He's fighting everybody. No, did he fought Scorpion when he died? Cause Spider-Man dies
well,
on this timeline.
yeah, the first Spider-Man, the
The
blonde,
Chris
the
Pine.
perfect,
So you
yeah.
have Chris Pine, and then man, what's my man's name that's playing the old current Peter Parker, the one from the alternate time?
the real Jade one. Ah man,
He played in Tag.
yeah, I forgot, but yeah, leave that in the comments. But anyway, Kingpin ends up killing Spider-Man with one of the meanest ground and pound hammer fists I've ever seen in my life. And when you see Kingpin, the design on him was so perfect. Cause when I say this dude was massive, he had no neck, like he was just pure shoulders.
I think the design on the entire movie though.
Yeah, it was great.
So this was
Cause he was
new.
Scorpion.
This was new.
Yeah.
Like the design, they've never like attempted this kind of move, this kind of animation style, and they nailed it. Like for the first time ever,
Like
trying it, they did it.
because it was a
And-
good blend of like CGI and that comic book '90s kind of art style as well.
Had the old art style with it.
mixed in with the new.
Because I
art
mean,
style.
like even like Kingpin size, he's over exaggerated
right,
versus Spider-Man.
and that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like Spider-Man is supposed to be like 6'4".
So what happens? You have this is Miles Morales' backstory, and we'll get into the other Spider-Mans later when they get to those Spider-Man. But
Oh, even before the Miles Morales storyline, you know, when Spider-Man was
oh,
telling
they
about
gave
him,
us they gave us
the first
the
Spider-Man
first Spider-Man's
origin
origin story. Man, like
I've been doing this for 5 years.
the Tobey Maguire.
Right. Yo, they paid so much homage to the Spider-Man movie because you had, the upside down kiss with him and Mary Jane in the first movie. You had them stopping the train in what was that?
They had the
Spider-Man
dance.
2. And
The
then
dancing
they
from
had
3.
the dancing in Spider-Man 3. He didn't go with the whole all black emo suit, but yes, he did go down the street and was pointing and was doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? So that was great. Then they referenced the Spider-Man cereal, aka the diabetes cereal they gave you. It just gave you that sugar rush like that Mr. T cereal.
Why are you eating Mr. T cereal?
Man, look. Anyway, then they referenced the Christmas album. So, and that was just the first Spider-Man. But yeah, go ahead.
So you got Miles Morales. He's looks like he's in middle school. He's going to school across town, And it showed his relationship with his pops.
Right.
I wish it would have for me. I wish it would have shown the relationship with his mom more. Cause coming from the comics, they have a real good relationship. He falls on his mom a lot. He had the relationship with his uncle.
Shout out to Uncle Aaron, man.
Uncle Aaron, and if you're familiar with the comics, you know Uncle Aaron is a villain. He's the Prowler.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just before
he did his thing though.
Just the design on the Prowler, they made the Prowler look.
Every scene Prowler was in,
it was
flames.
Lit. The action.
But yeah, so much action.
Man.
So much action. Because when the movie starts and it starts rolling,
it's rolling.
It's going. So the concept of the movie, you got Spider-Man, and Kingpin's basically, he has some device.
Right.
Because he's trying to get his wife and his son. They died in a fight when he was fighting Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
No, they didn't die. They walked away. They saw him fighting Spider-Man. They were just like, what are you doing? And then that's when Vanessa and the son.
No, they died in an accident.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they died in an accident.
I was thinking about the other universe.
No.
Yeah.
So they died in an accident, and he's trying to get them back. So we got to see Spider-Man versus Green Goblin.
Yeah.
And then this is when we see Spider-Man versus Prowler.
Yo.
And by the way, during this fight, Spider-Man does die. The Spider-Man from Miles Morales' universe.
Blonde Spider-Man.
Chris Pine.
Yeah. Blonde.
Everybody loved him. He was like
the perfect
Spider-Man. Yeah. So
soon as he said you can't bring him back, Kingpin wasn't trying to hear that and just boom.
And Spider-Man knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, he did.
So it was already a Spider-Man from that universe, and that was Gwen. He meets Gwen in class. She said Gwanda. He meets him at school. He has a crush on her.
Shout out to the good old. Shout out to the shoulder touch method.
Shoulder touch method did not work. Uncle Aaron gave him bad advice. Like,
well, he executed it wrong though. Then his hands got stuck to it. So,
man, Uncle Aaron he ain't pulling nobody with that.
See, that's that 1980 game that he was spitting
Boy,
right there.
You
can't walk up to a woman now and put your hand on her shoulder talking about some hey. You know what I'm saying?
He made the voice deeper.
Full Barry White, but their first interaction was messed up, because Miles already got bit. So yeah, everything moved real quick between the origin stories to Miles getting bit.
It showed him and his uncle's relationship like real deep because his dad at the beginning was like, yeah, you don't want to be like your Uncle Aaron.
Right.
He's like, I think he's cool.
Because he, supports his pain and his artwork and things like that.
But they showed that relationship with him, how him and his dad, because remember he dropped him off at school. They, a loudspeaker made him say, I love you.
Yeah.
Embarrassing him. He kind of showed that relationship.
Right. Like he really didn't really just care or pay attention. But it was all out of love. But at the same time, you're still embarrassing your son and pushing him away.
And it didn't go like a few other origin stories, like how I might have would have thought, because they did give you an upside of him and his uncle, like
right, yeah.
They spent time together and everything. Then all of a sudden he just says, "I'm gonna be gone on vacation." I mean, for work or something.
Yeah, it was just like he just
out
called him and then
you call his phone on his
voicemail. First of all, you just leaving detailed voicemails like that. Yeah. I'm gonna be out of town on the job for a couple of weeks, like.
Yeah, because it's like, imagine if you go on a cruise and then your phone off the whole week.
Well, yeah, that's true. But, and that's after one of the most crucial times because, Miles is bit. He don't know what's going on. He thought he hit puberty.
Fam, he woke up and his pants are just shrunk.
Just gone.
Out of there. I enjoyed, for me, like the fighting in it. Like
the action, the fight.
Because it was like as if you were reading a comic and it was coming off the page.
Right. Because even at times, he was talking to himself when he first got bit, he was processing everything, what I'm saying? It was kind of like on some Deadpool type things. Like, he just heard voices, he was talking to himself, so.
And then, so, the device, it introduces the other Spider-Man. So, you got Gwen from another universe, and for a second, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna go all Gwen Stacy on me. Because, Gwen Stacy is she's the Spider-Man currently, like, on the TV show, the cartoon, in the comic, everything. Yeah, so I thought this movie was gonna go Gwen Stacy crazy instead of Miles, but they kept it on point.
And that's one thing I do like even when they introduce, you know, Spider-Man Noir, voiced by Nicolas Cage, did the fantastic job as Spider-Man Noir, man. He had me rolling.
And then this movie gave you everyone's backstory. It gave you, you had Penny Parker. They gave her backstory. Spider-Ham had his backstory.
Like, everybody had their backstory. But at the end of the day, what I liked the most, that no matter what was going on, everything still always reverted back to Miles. Like, it kept the focus on him. And I know some people probably would have wanted them to explore everybody else, but I did like.
It would have been too much.
It would have been too much.
It would have been way too much. And I feel like since this movie was successful, because I mean at the end, you do get Miguel.
Yeah, you do.
Spider-Man
2099. So there will be a sequel.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna see spinoffs from different ones because this art it worked.
I mean, it worked.
As long as the story's like this, it's fine.
I did like the the running joke of like Miles, he kept the Spider-Man, he kept the Jordan 1s on, and so they kept.
I like how they
like
kept
your shoes untucked. They kept pointing to the fact.
So it's funny because they kept telling him his shoes untied. Hey,
it's a fact. That's
how he's supposed to wear it.
But yeah, that scene, that they showed in the trailer when he finally, got the suit, he spray painted the suit, and then he jumped off.
So, how did Aunt May get a little spider lab though?
But see, what I'm thinking was, OG, blonde Peter Parker, he probably made that for. Oh yeah, all the items in the spider lair was lit. From the jet to all of the suits, including the suit from the PS4 game. With the white. I noticed that one first because I tapped your shoulder.
Because I looked to the right and they had the Iron Spider. I said, man, look at the Iron Spider down there.
I was looking to the left and man, there it was. So between that and I did like the fact that this wasn't like the the woe was me Aunt May. Like, hey, this Aunt May was ready. It's like
first off, y'all, Aunt May was voiced by Miss Frizzle.
Yeah.
OG Magic School Bus Miss Frizzle was Aunt May,
which made it even more awesome.
Hey, it's crazy because I didn't catch it when we were watching the movie. I saw it later. I was like, man, that was her.
It take you back. But the relationship that everybody ends up developing, Spider-Man, Miles, he's finally having to take that leap of faith.
But Miles can't do he can't use his Spider-Man
not on command
abilities. Yet. So that's why he's following Peter Parker, the one from the other universe. So first off, his life was just terrible.
Divorced.
He was divorced. He hadn't shaved. Peter Parker wore gray sweatpants with for half the movie.
No shoes, and they clowned him. Even Aunt May clowned him. Like some of these sweatpants, they're like, I don't know. It's a fashion choice, I guess, but I do like the fact that he was kind of hard on Miles, but in a way to where that was his way of learning. I think like Miles kind of like helped him kind of like find himself again.
Yeah, because at one point it came to the dorm room and they told because they're trying to get to the device so they can get everybody back home
before they glitch out.
Yeah, they're glitching basically the whole movie. So they're trying to get everybody back home, and he meets him in the dorm room and he tells him, "You get past me, then you can go."
Now he told him if you could do this on command, turn invisible on command.
Yeah. Well, he said get past me, but he couldn't do that, and then he was like, "Well, you gonna have to do this on command."
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't. So he.
Oh man, then followed by that scene where his dad came and talked to him at the dorm room after Uncle Aaron died. Hey, first of all, they had for some reason Kingpin had a pistol.
Kingpin was huge too, so
he didn't even need no gun.
Prowler was on the roof, and when Prowler, this is when all the Spider-Man, this is the first big fight between Spider-Man. Yeah, Doc Ock.
Yeah, and his daughter basically.
Octavia.
Yeah. And then, shout out to Spider-Man's Rogue Alley because you basically had the Sinister Six, It
was, because Scorpion comes out eventually.
So, you basically had six villains.
We're not going to talk about my boy Tombstone?
Yo.
You just going to leave Tombstone out?
No, because I was saving that because when I first saw him, I was just like, yo, who was that with the gun? Oh, well, yeah, obviously it's two.
The Tombstone's in the cartoon right now, I think.
Yeah, but that's also why I didn't understand why Kingpin needed that little gun. Because he was holding like this. You already big, fam.
So, during that fight, Prowler finds out, he takes off Miles' mask, and he's like, wow. And he's just holding him, and he's like finishing. He couldn't finish him because it's his nephew. That's fam.
Next thing you know,
Kingpin is standing by the roof. He like this far from the roof. Like point blank head. Headshot.
You just sitting in the car just watching at first.
Nah, he ain't headshot him. That would have been bad.
Nah, but he did kind of shoot him in the chest though. And then, you know.
He could have headshot him though. He was so close.
Yeah.
Like if Kingpin was really about that, but I don't know. He was.
And then, you know, that followed with, you know, them telling them that, you know, OG Peter Parker gonna end up being the one to stay and do the device. And then Pops came after Uncle Aaron died and then that's when Miles, you know, went back to the good old Spider Lair. Shout out to Aunt May who was waiting.
May was Alfred.
Yeah.
Aunt May was Alfred.
Basically. Because she was like, what took you so long?
Yeah, she got him right.
Took the Peter Parker suit, spray painted it with the... I ain't gonna lie, that Spider-Man suit with them J's looks pretty damn good too, by the way. Yeah, that's a...
The black suit was lit.
It was
Not
lit.
The black suit from Spider-Man 3. They threw that one away.
Thank God. That wasn't no Easter egg. Nah, we good on that. But that whole scene was amazing. You know, he took the leap of faith.
Hey, that scene,
man.
when he dove off the roof, I was like, man, because I want to see it in 3D now.
Because it kind of solidified, because think about it, he released Uncle, you know, he was having problems sticking, he couldn't release. He released off the building, you know what I'm saying, with no problem. Flipped acrobatics, web shooting. That scene was so beautiful.
Like, Miles came in and saved the day, because he could turn it, because Miles Morales has the ability to turn invisible. So he could turn invisible on command. He showed up to the fight.
He turned invisible on Kingpin. He still got his ass punched though. Like, hey,
man,
that
I
fight
mean,
with
but bro, think about it. It wouldn't be real if Kingpin dropped everybody in, no matter what comic he in. He gets some wins.
And now that I think about it, because you remember at point it was looking kind of dim when Kingpin was whooping Miles' ass. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's not easy when you by yourself. When he basically hammer smashed on Miles like he did Peter Parker. I mean, obviously we knew he wasn't gonna be dead. But
Kingpin had that OG wrestling package that was real.
That old powerhouse package.
The first time he was running from Prowler,
yo, that scene was.
He ran all the way home to his parents' house. Like, yo, he gave him hugs. Like, you know, you run in the house and give him a hug. You know,
that's how you know you done seen some things. You like, hey man, I am happy to see.
He was reevaluating life.
He ended up getting tracked.
They stayed in the jets though.
I mean, what kind of security did Prowler have though? Cause
bro, so every scene Prowler showed up and he got on the bike.
First of all,
he had the Batman auto start or something on it. Like,
how did he get to his bike so quick though? With some of these scenes though, like you down.
Hey, but Prowler was climbing so fast.
Yeah, he was quick as hell.
He was climbing fast.
Yeah, he was. That's true. Shout out to Prowler.
Yo, now like
Kingpin had a pistol though. That
I ain't gonna lie, this movie I hope they do more. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely worth a rewatch. I will definitely be seeing this again.
Like, out of 10, I mean, it's gonna get 9 raw cones from me.
Yeah,
9 backwoods.
I can live with that. Cause man, this movie
9 bottles
great.
of Hennessy.
See, you doing this, you throwing out this shame package now. Well, that's gold for that's gold.
Man,
in
but
certain areas.
It got a 9 for me. It's like it's in my top 5. I don't know what my top 5 is, but it's top 5 movie of 2018 for me.
Yeah, easily, definitely in my top 5. I mean, between like I said, the art style, the soundtrack, the storyline, just everything about this movie was just so great. And the end credit scene, you know, the Stan Lee cameo.
Man, first off, let's talk about that, man. Fuck you, Marvel.
Yeah, for real. Y'all got me right.
Man, I mean, we knew it was gonna be a Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah,
because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that scene's already shot. I think he's shot plenty of them.
Yeah, because I know he got one for the Avengers too, but.
And so we're going to have to see it again. But, man, R.I.P. Stan Lee. That was... And what's crazy, his quote was... his famous quote they showed at the end of the... Like, the very end credit.
Very end, yeah.
Like, anybody can be Spider-Man.
Which is basically kind of theme of the movie when you
because
think about
when Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man, anybody can be Spider-Man. Just make sure you do the job
and just make sure you do good in the world. You know, you can be Spider-Man. But yeah, the Stanley cameo was great. The end credit scene with good old Miguel was.
I had the famous Spider-Man meme. If y'all ever seen the two Spider-Mans pointing,
the 1960 Spider-Man pointing,
bro, 1960s comics were hilarious though.
Which was also, another Stan Lee cameo. So we basically got 2 Stan Lee cameos.
Oh, because he's a voice.
Yeah, so yeah, he was the voice of the dude in the suit. So yeah, we got 2 Stan Lee cameos now to think about it. So
Miguel goes back in time.
And then they're just like, which one's the real Spider-Man?
And they're just pointing at each other. So we're gonna get a sequel.
Yeah.
Spin-off, something like that.
Please and thank you.
But like I said, I want to see more types of these movies, like even different comics. So, I mean, let us know what y'all think. You know, subscribe, like, don't like, shit, not like, dislike it. I dislike it.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.